Today, I'm showing you how to make your first $1,000 in midlife using skills that you already have. No tech required, no big audience needed, no starting from scratch. Just your lived experience and a clear path forward. I'm breaking down the exact framework, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which income path to choose and what to do next. But before we get into it, let me introduce myself. Hey friend, my name is Quinn, and I am on a mission to help women in midlife create more freedom, more ownership, and opportunity for themselves by turning their existing experience into new income streams. So, here is what I need you to hear. It is not too late for you, and you're too valuable to stay stuck. By the time you hit 40, 50, even 60 plus, you've spent decades solving problems, leading teams, navigating crises, caring for families, adapting to change, learning on the job, and even building resilience. So you're not starting from zero, you're starting from experience. And here's the best part. The skills that got you through life, those are the same skills that can get you paid. Your next chapter isn't about starting over, it's about packaging what you already know and putting a price tag on it. So let's figure out what that looks like for you. The first step to earning your first $1,000 is clarity. Most women tell me, I don't know what I'm good at. But you know what? That's not true. You just can't see it because it comes so naturally to you. So here's how we can find it. I want you to ask yourself, what do people always come to me for? What problems have I solved repeatedly? What tasks feel easy to me but hard for other people? And what topics can I talk about for hours? Those answers, that's your monetizable skill. Now, here's a quick win for you. Right now, seriously, pause this video. Then I want you to text three friends and ask them, what do you think I'm really good at? Their answers, they're probably going to surprise you. And one of those answers might just be your first income stream. So do that before you move on. I'll wait. Okay, moving on. Let me tell you how I figured out my monetizable skill. So, for years, people kept telling me, Quinn, you are such a good writer, or you really have a way with words. And honestly, I just brushed it off. It just felt like natural to me, like breathing. But then it suddenly hit me, and I realized that this was a skill. Words are my currency. I've spent my entire career as a communications professional, translating complex ideas into clear messages, understanding what people actually mean when they say something, and knowing how to get the outcome that I'm looking for. That's what makes me qualified to create prompts because a great prompt isn't just about typing words into AI, it's about knowing how to ask the right questions and get the right results. And once I saw that, everything clicked. Your obvious skill, the thing that comes so naturally that you don't even think about it, that's what someone else is struggling with. And they'll pay you to make it easier for them. If you need help discovering your specific skill, the first section of Monetized in Midlife walks you through the exact questions that I use. But once you identify even one skill, you're ready for step two. In my ebook, I teach something called the 5 Midlife Money Makers. These are the 5 fastest paths to income for women who don't want to start over. So let me give you the quick overview, then I'll help you choose which one is right for you. Path one is all about digital products. It's perfect if you like teaching or simplifying processes. Think about journals, templates, guides, checklists, mini courses. Sell a $27 product to 37 people or a $47 product to 21 people, and that's your first $1,000. Path two is services. This might be perfect for you if you've built career skills that you can repurpose. Think about things like consulting, coaching, virtual assistants, project management. If you have 4 clients at $250 or 2 clients at $500, that's your first $1,000. The third path is events. Now, this is my personal favorite and how I built the Second Act Summit. So, think about things like workshops, retreats, virtual meetups, summits. If you sell 20 seats at $50 or 10 seats at $100, that's your first $1,000. The fourth path is content monetization. This is perfect if you enjoy storytelling or documenting your journey. Think about brand deals, affiliate links, YouTube monetization. This is where your long-term growth often comes from. The final path is partnerships. And this is perfect if you have a strong network or a specialty because partnerships can produce income fairly quickly. Think about things like speaking engagements, paid collaborations, or a corporate training or a workshop. I mean, one partnership alone can be your entire $1,000. Now, all five of these are broken down in detail in Monetized in Midlife, but here's how to choose the appropriate one for you right now. I want you to ask yourself, do you prefer teaching? If you do, you can go with digital products. Do you prefer doing? If so, go with services. Do you prefer connecting? If that's the case, you might enjoy events. Do you prefer storytelling? Then content monetization might be the right choice for you. And finally, if you prefer leveraging the relationships that you have, then go with partnerships. All you have to do is pick one. Don't try to do all five at one time. Master one path first. Okay, here is where I think a lot of women in midlife tend to stumble, right? They build the product first, then they try to find an audience for that product. And I'm going to say to you right here, right now, no, ma'am. You build your audience while you build the product. How? You're going to document the process. You don't have to be an expert on camera. You just need to be honest. If you post 3 times per week for 30 days, that's 12 pieces of content. Just 12 is all you need. You don't need to go viral. You just need 20 people who trust you enough to buy from you. So here's what those posts might look like. A topic for you might be what I'm learning in this season. Another topic might be why I'm pivoting at 47, at 53, at 62. Another topic for you might be 3 things I wish I knew before starting, or what I'm building behind the scenes, right? These aren't sales posts, they're trust building posts. And when someone comments, oh, wow, this was so helpful for me, or that looks great, or I needed this, that is your signal. Those are your future customers. Pick one platform, show up consistently, build trust before you sell anything. That's the strategy. Okay, real talk for a second. Raise your hand if you've ever thought, I'm too old to start something new. Well, if you are raising your hand, I want you to keep watching because this next part is specifically for you. Here's the truth that most people will not tell you. Your first offer is probably not going to be perfect. Mine wasn't, but you can't refine what does not exist. You have to launch it, learn from it, improve it. The women who succeed aren't the ones with perfect products, they're the ones who hit publish even when they're scared. So let's talk about actually creating the thing. Once you've built some trust and you know your path, it's time to create the offer. And here's the good news, it doesn't have to be complicated. My ebook is 40 pages long because I had a lot to teach, but your first offer doesn't need to be long. It just needs to deliver a small transformation, solve a real problem, and teach what it promises. Some examples might include a 5-page checklist that saves someone 10 hours, a 20-minute workshop that gives them clarity, a template that eliminates their overwhelm. That's it. In Monetized Midlife, I give you examples for each of the 5 income paths, but the key is this: start small, start simple, start now. Don't wait until it's perfect. Create something that works, put a price on it, and move to step five. Step five is learning how to sell in a way that feels good to you. So let's talk about it because I know this is where a lot of women get uncomfortable. And here's what you need to know. You don't need a big launch. You don't need a fancy funnel. You just need clarity on who you're helping, consistency in showing up, and the courage to make the offer. When your video, post, or story resonates, someone will ask, "This is so helpful. How do I get started?" And that's your moment. You're going to say, "I actually created something to help you with that." Or you say, "Here's the link." Or you say, "Let me know if you have questions." That's it. Selling becomes support, not pressure. You're not convincing anyone, you're serving the people who are already asking. And here's the most beautiful part, your first sale can come from one conversation, one email, or one DM. That's exactly how mine happened. So let me tell you why this matters so much to me. I started building income streams back in 2019, way before I left my corporate job. I was still working full time, but I knew I needed options. And then earlier this year, I got laid off. I mean, I could have panicked, and a lot of women do because when your income disappears overnight and you're over 40, the fear is real. But I didn't panic because I had been building these streams. I had options. I had income coming in from multiple places, and I had skills that I could monetize immediately. And that's what I want for you. Not just money, but choice. The choice to leave a job that's draining you, the choice to say no to things that don't serve you, the choice to build a life on your terms in this next chapter. That's what your first $1,000 really represents. It's not just about the money, it's about proving to yourself that you can do this, and you absolutely can. If you want the full breakdown, examples, templates, pricing strategies, and step-by-step guidance for all five income paths, grab Monetize in Midlife because your next chapter doesn't need a restart. It just needs strategy. The link is in the description below. And if you're navigating a career transition or reinvention, make sure you join More Life in Midlife, my free community for women building income, influence, and identity in their next chapter. So here's what I want you to do in this moment. I want you to comment below and tell me which income path you're choosing. Digital products, services, events, content, or partnerships. I would love to know. So make sure you're subscribed and hit that bell so you don't miss it. So if you found this video helpful, make sure you subscribe, then share it with another woman who needs clarity in this season. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.